You know, coffee is a way of life. Cup says, this is my happy place. Let's find out how many people are going to be happy after today's conversation. Pull up on me.
I used to be so beautiful, now look at me. My actions are unbeautiful, it's clear to see. Come on and step out of the cage, there's any chapter turn the page.
What's good, fam? How you do? What it is? How we doing today? It's your boy, T3. We're going to discuss Fantastic Four. What are the thoughts? What is the thought process? How do we feel? How are we liking it? Are we really into the groove of what's going down? Things of that nature. So, you know, we talked about who the Fantastic Four was, who the actors were, who are coming out as the new Fantastic Four. But I'm starting to feel like a little bit Disney's getting too caught up on the name and not the character. Does the character fit the mold? Now, let it be said that I was actually wrong and the first time because, well, not wrong, but skeptical. When they did the Fantastic Four in the early 2000s, I actually liked that group. I actually liked the group that they did. I know a lot of folks did not like the Fantastic Four that came out. I enjoyed it. I had a fun time with it. I felt like it was well done, well played. Definitely could have grown a bit. They did a lot of things. I know some folks didn't even like the fact that Dr. Doom got a hold of the Silver Surfer's surfboard in the second Fantastic Four, but it made for a fantastic storyline. I've always said, and I'll say it again, I don't mind the changes and things that you do to characters and what you do to the comic book to fit the comic book mode or the premise that you're trying to do. Just make it a good story. Just make it fun and make it livable. So we have this new group of Fantastic Four. First, let me start with why I enjoyed I've already told you why I enjoyed the Fantastic Four, the first one in the early 2000s, not the Michael B. Jordan group. That was absolutely awful. And if you ever do that again, we will find you on these street corners and handle that business like grown men. But the group that came out before that, Johnny Storm, what's his name? Chris Evans, was as Johnny Storm. I liked him as Johnny Storm. So when he moved to Captain America, I was a little like super skeptical. Matter of fact, I remember sitting in the dentist's office waiting for my child's appointment to be happening when I read about it in the magazine. Yes, that's how far back your boy's been getting down on this. Reading the information and getting it from the magazine, not the internet. Who knew? And I remember thinking like, oh, like this dude is Johnny Storm. How are you gonna move from Johnny Storm, one of the most fun-loving, irritating characters in the comic book universe, to Captain America, Mr. I need to walk the line? And I was like, I don't see it. Well, he turned out to be a pretty good Captain America and has solidified himself in that role as Captain America. But that left a void and a hole, especially after they had just finished doing the second Fantastic Four. It was technically their first reboot to the Marvel Universe, which we're about to get again with the Deadpool and Wolverine. So, now to our current state of Fantastic Four. What are my reservations? One, I don't think you've got the right Mr. Fantastic. I believe that is the core piece. Even though he is not probably the most beloved characters and could be possibly one of the most boring people in the Marvel Universe, I do believe he is the heart and soul of the Fantastic Four. He is going to be the mind that put things together, that's going to solidify the roles and the characters. And you got this guy playing Mr. Fantastic. I like him in Mandalorian. I liked him in Game of Thrones. I liked him in The Last of Us. I don't see him as Mr. Fantastic. Then you got old girl playing Mrs. Fantastic or the Invisible Woman. Again, I don't hate her as an actress. I think she could play some roles. But I haven't seen her enough to say yay or nay on her, so I can't really speak to that. Johnny Storm is a fantastic character. So, can he? Well, yes. Was he an immature character in Stranger Things? He was. He was annoying. But again, I feel like we're now hung up on the names. Oh, I've seen you in this movie. Oh, I've seen you in that movie. Oh, you was a fabulous person in this movie. That don't make you right for this movie, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Disney needs to get back to, do you fit the character that we have, and not that, oh, you are such and such, let's put you in this role. And I feel like that's been a lot that's been happening lately. And I feel like a lot of the people who are showing mad love to these characters are loving these characters based on the roles that they've seen them in other movies, instead of saying, do you fit the mold to this particular character that we have? The writing has got to be good. The presentation has got to be amazing, because this is phase 5 and you're getting ready to reboot with phase 5. And with All Talks Talking, they're not just wiping away the Kang character. They're looking to recast the character, which I don't mind. You know, things happen, things go down. Let's make it happen. Let's stay together and do this thing. So we will see where this goes and how this is portrayed and what's going down with the Fantastic Four. Because Fantastic Four is by far one of my favorite groups of people, because then you bring in Galactus, and then you bring in the Silver Surfer, and then you bring in all the other mutants that come along with it. Their son restarts the MCU in the comic book universe when Onslaught happens. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is a pivotal point with everything, especially with Spider-Man, especially with Venom that's coming out, the X-Men that is coming through. So you got, this is a large pivotal piece on what we're about to do in the Marvel Universe. And we will see where we go with this, because this will go forward. Because we know the DC Universe is getting rebooted and it starts jumping off next year. And they're probably hoping that you fail so they can really take over the game. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to hold on to the crown, you better be ready to make some rounds. You know what I'm saying? And get this right. So we'll see. Let's sit back. Let's relax. Let's get off the names and let's get into the writing, the production, and the movie and what it's all about. Okay, folks, you know what it is. It's Movie Friday. So you know I'm about to go out and catch that Demon Slayer. It dropped yesterday. I was a little disappointed I was not in the theaters, but it gave me an opportunity to start the Avatar: The Last Airbender. I will give you my full review once I finish. I am an episode and a half in. I will be finishing out hopefully this weekend, so Monday we can talk about it and see if it lived up to the hype, to the game in which our expectations is up to, because this is one of the most beloved animes in all the universe. Demon Slayer, I no doubt believe that it's going to live up to the hype. So I cannot wait to put my butt in the seat, my popcorn in my hand, candy in the lane, screen in front of my face so I can yell out, "Ah, let's do this." So until then, my friends, if you see your mans in the streets, hit them with the beats. Hit them with a jingle jangle, baby. Jingle jangle.
Listen to me now.